Single-use period products alone cost $10 to $15 per month. Over the course of a year, that becomes $120 to $150. And over a lifetime, it can add up to about $18,000. On December 10th, 1948, the world adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It named the right to an adequate standard of living. The world learned to name hunger. It learned to name shelter. It learned to name education. Today, I ask you, what are we forgetting? We are forgetting people. Menstruation is directly connected to human dignity because people cannot manage it safely without proper facilities and menstrual hygiene materials. However, we still treat menstruation more like a luxury than a necessity. In many countries like Lebanon, people struggle due to poor access, price surges, and a lack of local alternatives. As a result, many women are unable to afford the very needs that society has deemed too luxurious to provide. So today, my argument is simple. Menstrual products should be recognized as basic necessities because the ability to menstruate safely is directly connected to health, education, dignity, and equality. Open a basic necessity donation kit. You'll probably find food, water, soap, blankets, medicine. Again, I ask you, what are we forgetting? The answer is simple: a pad. Today, around 500 million people still don't have access to the menstrual products or facilities they need to manage their periods safely. Think about that, 500 million. Not because these products don't exist, but because they can't reach them. And this is what we call period poverty. And period poverty isn't just about pads. It's about impossible choices. A girl choosing between staying in school or going home. A woman choosing between buying food or buying menstrual products. A mother choosing between protecting her health or stretching her family's last few dollars. For many of them, when their period comes, there is no safe way to manage it. Many turn to unsafe alternatives: tissues, old clothes, newspapers, or wearing products far past the recommended use time. Those aren't uncomfortable alternatives. They're dangerous. They increase the risk of infection. They affect health, confidence, education, dignity. And perhaps the saddest part isn't the lack of products. It's the silence. The silence from the girls who need help but can't ask because of the shame. But silence has never solved a problem. Silence is not dignity. Silence is not health. And silence is not equity. People often ask, should governments really pay for pads? I think they're asking the wrong question. We already provide toilet paper, soap, clean water, because we recognize them as necessities. So why should menstrual products be any different? Change is possible. While UNICEF's Wash and Dignity kits already include menstrual products, these distributions remain a temporary exception rather than a permanent rule. In crisis zones affected by poverty, conflict, or systemic collapse, immediate survival needs like food, clean water, often push menstrual care aside. But menstruation does not stop because there is a crisis. It does not stop because there is a war. It does not stop because prices rise. And it does not stop because society is uncomfortable. We cannot treat a human being as a list of separate, competing needs. Menstrual products are not an optional add-on for a stable day. They're a fundamental part of life that must be guaranteed from day one of any crisis. So here is what we must do. First, we need to push for the recognition of menstrual products as necessities in policies. Governments can remove unnecessary taxes and include menstrual health in public health planning. Communities can also support inclusive solutions like affordable and sustainable pads because access should not depend on wealth, geography, or shame. Second, we need a proper supply of menstrual products in the places where girls and women already are. School bathrooms, nurse offices, shelters. Many efforts are already made to supply struggling communities with clean water, infrastructure, and housing. Menstruation needs to stop being treated as an option and must be advocated for as a basic necessity for girls to prosper all over the world. But beyond policy, we need a deeper shift. We need to address the stigma. No more silence, no more shame. In 1948, the world named human dignity. It named food, it named water, it named housing, it named medical care. Now, we must finally name menstrual dignity. At the beginning, I asked, what are we forgetting? And now we know we're not just forgetting a product. We are forgetting people. A pad is not a luxury and a period is not shameful. So when you leave this room today, think, act, speak. Refuse to let the silence continue. Demand that our policies, our budgets, and our donation kits reflect the reality of the bodies they're meant to protect. It is time to tell the whole truth about human dignity. Food, water, soap, medicine, and pads. Thank you.